welcome back to another retro movie review, and today we are reviewing Kung Fu Panda 3. Yes, the third Kung Fu Panda movie, which has come out in 2016. Obviously, we got the fourth one coming very, very soon. It is mad to me. I've never ever seen this franchise, but it is mad to me that like this film, the first one came out in 2008, 2011, and now 2016, and of course now 2024. Like 8-year gap, 5-year gap, 4-year gap, like massive yearly gaps in between this film. But this film has basically spanned the best part of like near enough 2 decades. And taken a ton of money as well. The more I'm getting into these films, the more I'm understanding why, but they are not the level of great animation movies for me personally. I like them, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Anyways, third movie then in the franchise, and what's different about this one? What did I like about this one? We get some new people, and I think this is the one that really makes it. Throughout the entirety of all of the first 2 films, basically Po is like, you know, an orphan in effect, and his like father, who's not his father, who's like I want to say like a millipede. I can't remember what he is, but yeah, he's basically just like, he is his father, but he's not his father. He's a bird. I think he's a bird. But yeah, he's like, you know, basically Po has a father who's not really his father, and like a stepfather, I guess then. And basically, this film, Po actually finds his father, and his father is Lee, who is played by Bryan Cranston, like Heisenberg himself. I thought he was brill and really set up that. So yeah, it goes down a route of Po finding his own kind again and not being the only panda and finding this like panda paradise. But obviously, you know, we do get this difficult threat that's coming through, and that threat is actually Kai. So Kai, yeah, he's got horns and stuff. So he's like a bull, I guess. He's like a bull. He's got like, yeah, he's got green eyes and stuff like that. But basically, Kai, who is voiced by actual J.K. Simmons, again, people on this film are just absolutely mental stars, in my opinion. But yeah, so Kai is threatening to come back, and he actually, you know, wants to take over the world and come back from the underworld. So it's all to do with like the spirit realm and like all the people that had previously passed away. So Oogway, which we had obviously from the previous other films, he sends like a message. So it all comes around in the end that like Oogway has actually come from the spirit realm and has sent a message to Lee, who is his father, you know, to find Po. And then obviously explained why he was the Dragon Warrior in the first place. And after the fight with Kai, Po ends up obviously in the spirit realm or whatever it is. And they had this really nice scene with Oogway, who is the turtle from like the first film, who obviously passed away. And you know, Po actually becomes the master. So he becomes a Grand Master and has the staff from Oogway, and it's a really nice scene. It's a really like transitional moment for Po, who has developed into this character who has, you know, learnt, you know, the masters of Kung Fu and Chi, and ultimately Po now is the Grand Master. He goes back and, you know, goes back to the palace, teaches Kung Fu and all that. And this is a film really of, you know, it's quite deep as a franchise. Like, you know, Po is a panda, a large panda. You know, if you're a kid who's struggling with weight and you're getting bullied on in school and that type of thing, this type of film shows you as a kid that like, even though you're that size, you can still be the ultimate Grand Master person just because you look like this. There is so many underlying messages in this film to like, you know, from a kid's point of view, in terms of, you know, you don't want to like, you know, have people like that. And this is done so well, in my opinion. It's really flipped on his head. And Po is he's not like this dumb character that I feel like was in maybe the first film, but he's very much evolved into, you know, someone of real significance and like idolization, really. That being said though, I still did rate the film a 3.5 star. I just think these films are missing something for me personally in terms of that next level animation movie. Things like your Despicable Me's and your Minions level, you know, you're never going to get to Pixar level, in my opinion, because they are a real emotional film. There's something missing for me, and maybe the fourth film will answer that, but in this one, yeah, it still falls a little bit short. Again, 3.5 star. These are not the worst animation films I've seen, 100% not. Yeah, the third one in the franchise now, which is crazy to me, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, they're very uplifting. They've got great voice actors in there that make the film ultimately what it is. But I think there's just something about it. Maybe it's the topic of kung fu in general that doesn't grasp me emotionally, and it really, I guess I struggle with that, you know what I mean? Ultimately though, 3.5 stars, not a bad score. But if you have missed the first 2 retro movie reviews, please do go and check those out, obviously for the first 2 films, and we will have a review up very shortly for Kung Fu Panda 4. But there it is. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.